Good evening everybody and welcome along to Inside Line Racing. This is ILR5. We are at round number 8 here tonight, here at the Temple of Speed here in Italy. The home favourite of the Tifosi tonight for the Italian Grand Prix. We're going to see a lot of Ferrari fans here in the grandstands, and we are going to see quite a few here in the chat as well. First held in 1950, and the circuit length is 5.7 kilometres and has 2 DRS zones, one towards the Parabolica and one just before Ascari. And it's held the Italian Grand Prix every year bar one, so we should be in for a cracker tonight. I am Jess, your commentator as per usual, and the championship is still pretty close already, so I'm going to go through the standings pretty soon, but we're on board with Sciappellini at the moment, who is on a lap, and Sciappellini is our championship leader. Sciappellini is on 101 points compared to Verstappen's 77 points, so we wonder how these guys are going to do. Now, a few of the guys in ILR5, there's a few people that can't basically have a chance of winning the championship anymore. They're out, so I think the bottom 3 in the championship can't win the championship anymore. But apart from that, we've still got quite a few people. I think Sciappellini's running out of fuel, but he's going to try and make it anyway. No, he's going to the pits, but we've already seen some people set some lap times already. Let's just have a look. We have got Conquest, Rich, Cam K, they've just set a lap. I'm just going to see who else. We've got a mixture of strategies at the moment. So the tyres on offer is the supers, the softs and the mediums. And regardless of what you do, it's one of these tracks where you can go one stop. No matter what, you can go one stop. And it will work out for you. Most people, if they would do one stop, would do softs to the mediums. No, supers to the mediums. But I tried, on ILR7, I tried soft to supers, and somehow I got it to work a little bit. I did bottle it by pitting a few laps earlier, but there we go. So, we're riding on board with one of the Tifosi favourites tonight, Mr. Paul McGuinness. We also got Roberto as well, so we've got both Ferraris want to represent well here tonight, here in this league. So we are just going on. We got someone that's binned it. That's Conquest. He's retired. He's on pole, but at the moment, but that is not a representative lap time. So he'll probably start at the back, I think, unless people can get any better. After going through turn 7, 8, and 9, going through Ascari, a lot of people bin it there, but Paul seems to manage to get that exit just right here, as he's got full power here, full throttle. Most of the track you can actually go full throttle actually around here, as he goes towards the Parabolica. A prime overtaking spot here. What lap time is he going to get on those soft tyres? And he's going to the pit lane. So, when can I follow someone who's going... Niels might be on lap actually. Yes, he is. He's on across the line now. It's not going to be a fast one. It is a 123.3, so that's invalidated. So I think Sciappellini's going out again because his lap. Oh, my phone. His lap got invalidated as well. So we've seen quite a few people get invalidated off the bat, but this is one of the tracks where if you get penalties, it's really going to hit you hard. So you really got to make sure that you keep it clean for most of the race, because otherwise it's going to cost you quite a bit. So we'll watch these guys very closely here. And a lot of prime grandstand spots as well if people want to watch the Grand Prix as well here. Now, let's see the other Ferrari actually, or if Roberto's on a lap. He might be, I don't know. He might have had his lap time invalidated. Whilst he's on a lap, let me just go through the championship permutations. I know it's a bit early, and I know it's not going to be decided yet, but basically what happens is if Sciappellini wins the race, Niels, Jack, Dane Star, Senna, Carl, Joe, Conquest and Paul will be eliminated from the title race. Rich must finish second, Owen must finish third, Larkin must finish fourth, Cam must finish fifth. If Shapalili finishes second, Niels, Jack and Dane start. They're out of the race. Senna, Carl and Joe must win. Conquest and Paul must finish fourth. Rich and Owen must finish sixth. Larkin must finish seventh. And Huberto took an interesting line there. I'm just seeing who else could be on the lap right now. I think pretty much everyone's on their outlaps at the moment, actually. I think that's what they are. And I will basically go through the standings as we go, basically, based on Shapalili's position. So, really, it's going to be quite intense, to say the least, if people want to stay in the fight. So, basically, Niels and Jack will still be in the fight if Shapalili finishes lower than 8th. So, yes, that's going to be highly unlikely because Shapalili loves this track. I've seen a post on Twitter of his hot lap in the wet. He was hoping it was going to be wet in qualifying, but unfortunately that is not going to happen today. We're currently riding on board with Victor. He was new last week, I believe. Yes, he was new, and he got his first points of the season last week in the Williams. So well done to him, as he is looking to get another points finish today. He's in my record, because in my first ILR race, I got points as well in the Williams. So, yeah, we have some similarities there. And from practice, Victor, he's been looking quite strong as well. So, again, we will just have to wait and see what happens. As I've almost can hear myself, but I'm all good. So, let us know your thoughts in the chat, guys, on who you think should get pole position today. As Verstappen, currently sitting P2 in the championship, is currently on provisional pole with a 1:19.5. That is a strong lap right now. Rich just gone second with a 1:19.7. Victor's going to cross the line now. What lap time is he going to set? Let's see. It is a 1:20.5. That puts him in 6th place, which is pretty good, actually. All of them on the super softs, the ones that are fitted. Actually, let's go to best, actually. So the top 7, they're all on supers at the moment, but they could change. I think most people are going to start on the supers, I think. Ritson is on the supers as well. So we'll just have to see how that plays about. Now, looking at the time between the top 6 is pretty close already. So I predict ILR5 is going to be quite close already. Now, I haven't had any word on what the weather is going to be like for tonight's race. So I will have a look at the chat, but I don't think. Oh yeah, Cam just said all dry quali, dry race. Okay, so there's going to be no rain, so that'll be a relief. So it's not going to be like real life where it rained. It's going to be dry all the way. So it's going to be a relief for the drivers, and I think I kind of saw it coming anyway, because obviously there's quite a few people on the mediums. Mediums is quite risky, but mediums pretty much, if mediums could last pretty much, if you pit on the super spot early, mediums could last till the end of the race, like by definite, but it will lose less grip. So Carmed's in the Force India. He needs to get in a lap time pretty fast here if he wants to get into the top 10. He wants to get a good result here tonight. He is currently. He didn't race last week, I believe, but his best finish was a P3 in Bahrain, so he's looking to better that this week. Why do I keep jumping over positions? I don't know why, but anyway, so he's going through. I need to get the turning right. I need to get the turn right. There we go. Turn 7. I'll go through 8 and 9 and approaching 10 over Skyle. He's gone a bit off the curb there, but that's compromised him less, which is a good thing. Ritson, 1:19.5, 43 thousandths faster than Verstappen. Now, Senna's got a 5-place grid penalty with a collision with Niels. Now, that is interesting. Carmed is going to come across the line. What lap time is he going to set? Niels has just retired. It's going to put him on the board, but it's not going to be a 1:22.3. That is not bad on a set of the soft tyres. And he's probably going to go out again pretty soon as well. We've still got 6 minutes left remaining of qualifying, so anything can happen. as they really want to get the best up that they can here to maximise. A lot of people like Italy, but watch out for turn 1, the first few turns in lap 1. It can get pretty hairy, so my advice is, if people are still waiting to race here, to take it easy on turn 1. Don't be too aggressive, and you can gain a few positions like I did. So I'm just going to see. Paul is going on to a lap right now. RZDV, he's completely out of the race for the championship, but he's in P8 right now, which is pretty good in the Sauber. Technically Ferrari engine, so the Sauber wants to do well. It's actually the Alfa Romeo, but it'll be the last time in this game which will be called the Sauber, so as he dives into the pits right now. Chapalili is, nope, he's not on the lap at the moment. How about Verstappen? I think a lot of people are going to the pits. How about Lorenzo and the other Sauber? He is on the lap right now on the soft tyres. I'm quite surprised quite a few people are on the softs at the moment. Actually, no, he's on the supers, I think. Nope, he's on the softs. As he comes across the line then, what lap time is he going to set on the... Oh, wow, 1:21.5. That puts him in 12th. Now, my question for him is he going to be happy with his time? Does he want to choose this strategy, or does he want to go on and just go on the supers? Because, to be honest, wherever you qualify, it doesn't matter. It's going to be one stop regardless. The only time you're going to do a 2-stop is if you get involved in so many collisions. So, yes, we've got quite a few people trying to find the best possible moment to pit. Now, Monza is located just to the northeast of Italy's fashion capital, Milan. Makes for a relaxed, leafy setting for a Grand Prix. And Monza banking is quite a popular place to sit to watch people in the Parabolica. So I really want to go and see a Grand Prix. And on my bucket list will definitely be Monza. But yeah. So, final 3 minutes of qualifying. They've got to give it anything they've got here. And at the moment, Verstappen is ahead of his title rival, Chapalili. So it would be nice to see a battle between Chapalili and Verstappen in this race, to be honest. That would be quite good. Just to see what happens as he's going into the pits. Victor, he's going to the pits as well. I think Partridge, he lost a bit of time there. 60 thousandths of a second there. So he needs to find a little bit of grip right now. So and quite a lot. It's about 6 people that invalidated. Both the Ferraris, interesting enough, have invalidated. So they got to be careful, because otherwise they will have to start their race in the pit. No, not in the pit lane. They will have to start their race at the back of the grid, and they really don't want that to happen at this early stage. But anyway, everyone is going on their outlaps now. Let's see what everyone apart from Larkin is going onto the super soft tyres. That is a good move, I think, because that has the most grip. It will get you track position if you want, and it will help you in the run to turn 1 as well. So there's Partridge in the pit as well. How about Joe? Joe's going across by the Parabolica. He's about to start his fly. Let's go on board with Joe for a hot lap around the streets of Monaco. Well, it's not streets, but the glory days of Monaco. So, oh, he improved, 120.2. But let's follow him anyway, as he goes through turn 1, the Variante, turn 1 and 2. One of the slowest corners of the circuit. Haven't seen a few people gone wide. Senna's just binned it, he's out. That's probably compromised Joe's run a little bit, but there's quite a bit of traffic that Joe's compromising him on his lap, so he needs to get a move on, really, as Joe is going towards turn 4, going through turn 5, the second Variante, and then going through that long straight, and then approaching turn 6 and 7, Curve de Lesmo, and then going through the Curve del Soleggio, or how you say the name of turn 7. As we approach Ascari now, there's someone going a bit slowly. Hopefully he'll move out the way soon of Joe in the Haas. As Victor comfortably moves out the way of Joe, so that's good. We've got 1 minute and 17 seconds remaining. I will keep an eye on who is on the lap, who will be last across the line. Joe, my luck, Joe will be going to the pits. I hope not. Don't go into the pits, Joe. No, he's not. What lap time is he going to set? It is a 1:19.6. That puts him in third. He has time for one more lap, so I'll keep an eye on him in a minute. Where's Rich on track? He's going through. Oh, no, he's on an out lap, I think. What about Verstappen? He's going through sector 1. How about his rival, Shapalili? Where is he? He's on the final sector. He's about to start. Yep, he's about to start a flyer. So we've been one of the last people to cross. How about P7? Oh, and he's about to. Yep, he's about to start a flyer as well. So I think those will be the last two to cross the line. So keep an eye on that. Is Paul going to make it in time to set a flyer? I think he'll just about make it. Actually, yeah. To be honest, Paul will have plenty of time to get a lap in. Aldo said his wheel randomly disconnected and had no power to not hit the wall. Oh, bless you. And I think Paul just about makes it there. So that's good. How about Roberto? Roberto's going through sector 2 now, as he is going through the long straight and going to turn 8 and 9. Getting all the power that you need here in that exit. And very clean from Roberto from that corner there. He's running out of fuel though. This could be his last chance. The checker flag has fallen. Verstappen could not improve on his lap, but I think it's a good lap anyway. So I think he'll be fine, but I'm probably going to jinx him. But anyway, Roberto about to cross the line now. What lap time is he going to set in the Ferrari? Can he make it to Tifosi proud? P6, not bad from him. What about Shapalili? Shapalili is on a flyer. He improved by 0.3 per second. Now, that's going to push him quite up a little bit, but not quite as much to beat Verstappen, I don't think, as he goes through the Parabolica. What lap time is he going to set in the McLaren? He's got to do it. A 1:19.6, that puts him P3. Owen's on a lap, that he's pushing to P8, he stays 8. Jay Carty, he's on a lap as well. That pushes him to P6, good lap from him. Rich. Oh, Rich, 1:19.3, that puts him on pole position. I believe it's the second pole of the season. And I think that's Paul. Oh, Paul's invalidated his lap time once again. He's not going to be happy about that. I think everybody is finished the lap or is in the pit. So, your pole man is Rich with a 1:19.3. And let me just look at the best lap times, the leader. So gap between the top 11, 9/10. So not the closest we have seen this season, but like I said earlier on, a lot of people can get invalidated here. So yeah, that is why. Rich's teammate, however, Carmes, is all the way down in 15th, so he's got some ground to make up. But he will have free choice of tyres, so the bottom lot will have free choice of tyres actually. So it will be a mixture of strategies. Will anyone go for the 2-stop? Italy is one of those tracks where tyre wear it just goes. The softs, the supers don't last very long. They only last 11 laps. Softs only last about 14, 15 laps. It's a bit of a gamble, but we'll have to wait and see. As Rich is on pole, followed by Verstappen, then Ritson, then Shapalili, Joe, Jay Carty, Conquest, Roberto, Owen, and Victor rounds up your top 10 with RZDV, Partridge, Lorenzo, Larkin, Carmes, Niels, Camke, Paul, and I did not see who was behind Paul. So, and quite a few invalidated lap times. So, we will just have to find out how that plays about. I like Italy because it brings mixture strategy. And it's an overcast day here in Italy. Like Cam said, no sign of rain today. So it is going to be what I've said on the strategy there. So we'll just see how it pays off for the drivers. As, like I said, hopefully nobody bottles turn 1, but I'm probably going to jinx it again. So, Shapalili is leading the championship with Verstappen in P2. Ritson is in P3, 36 points behind Shapalili, 12 points behind Verstappen. So, Ritson and Verstappen are very close this season. Jay Carty, after his fantastic podium last time about, is in P4 in the championship, with Roberto in 5th, Cam K in 6th, Lark in 7th, Owen in 8th, Rich in 9th, and Paul in 10th. So, and the only 2 people not to score points this season is RZDV and Aero. Every other person in this league has scored points. Even Victor has on his first race. So, to be honest, we all hope for an underdog to get points today. Monza is a track known for surprises. And we hope that these 2 can get points. Maybe they could get up and have some battles. RZDV didn't have an advantage as well, as we've already seen Senna and Paul get disqualified already. That's not going to do their tyres any good. So, let's look at strategy. So, top 10 on the Super Soft as expected. Now, due to it being overcast, it's going to be a lot cooler, so the tyres, they need to heat them a lot more. That's why I'm seeing a lot more weaving than usual between these guys. We've got RZDV on the mediums. We've got Partridge on the supers. Lorenzo on the supers. Larkin on the supers. And we've got Carmet on the softs. Niels on the mediums. Cam K on the supers. Paul McGuinness on the softs. Aero on the softs. And Senna last place on the super softs. Now, you said your predictions for the qualifying. Let us know who your predictions are going to be for the race. Who do you think is going to win? Can Rich hold the pressure off Verstappen into turn 1? He hasn't done it in the past with the one who was in second place, usually the championship rivals, but he might do it tonight. So, let's see how the start is going to go, as we've got the McLarens and the Renault lining up on their grid slot, and the 5 red lights are about to go here in Monza. We've got Rich on pole, Verstappen alongside. Who's going to get the better start? Let's see. And we are underway here in... Oh, and Aldo got disqualified for reversing off the start line. Now, that is interesting, but looks like Rich has got a very good start into turn 1. Let's see if they can make it cleanly. Looks like the top lot have made it cleanly so far. Looks like everybody is all right off the start line. Let's see if there's any trouble at the back. Oh, we've already lost Kanke, who's dropped it. But apart from that, everything seems to be all right, which is quite surprising, actually. There's Ritson as well on the back of Verstappen going into turn 3 and 4. Let's see if he can get the exit right, as he's gone a bit wide there. As, oh, Ritson's dropped it a little bit. That's allowed Chapalili and Joe to go past him. Joe, very good start from him, up into P3 already. So good start from the Haas drivers. Owen dives it in. He's going into P6 now, and he's going to challenge his teammate for P5. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. The gaps are already starting to tumble here in Monza now. Roberto in P10 is going to get the run on Larkin in the Williams going through Ascari. Now, Roberto almost looks around the outside, but not quite yet. A massive train still. Oh, we've seen someone going wide. That was, oh, that's Paul. Paul's out, and so is Senna as well. They might have had a coming together, I think. So that is one Ferrari out of this race so far. Partridge right behind his teammate. We got the 2 Red Bulls fighting as well. So 2 the Mercedes and 2 of the Red Bulls fighting for position 5 pretty much. How this is going to work. Owen is going to dive it in past his teammate. He's up into P5. What about Ritson? Ritson keeps P7. What a crazy start to this race. Amazing. And Rich, he's managed to pull out the pressure very well. 2 seconds separate between him and Verstappen. This is probably one of the best starts I've ever seen from Rich. So good job to him already. So yes, a bit of a shame that we've lost 2 or 3 people from this race, but it is racing at the end of the day. Meanwhile, Larkin still right behind Partridge, going towards turn 7. Going for Ascari. No DRS. All they're going to rely on is slipstream. Larkin is going to look around the outside of Partridge. He might take the inside, actually, going for Ascari. He does. He almost looks around the inside. Doesn't quite do it at the moment, though. He's got the other Ferrari of Uberto catching up as well. Let's ride on board with Uberto going for Ascari. Let's just see if he gets the straight line speed going through towards the Parabolica. Joe goes past Shapalili. They're having a scrap for P3. And we're already seeing fastest laps left, right and centre here. And Larkin is going to have another look towards turn 1 on Partridge. Partridge is going to get the Larkin is going to get the outside into turn 1. Does he make it done? Yes, he does. What a good move from Larkin up into P8. What about Roberto? Roberto's dropping back from Partridge at the moment, so I don't think he's going to get the move done. No, he's not. So, let's go back. We've got a battle brewing for P3 again. We've got a freeway battle with Shapalili, Joe and Owen all fighting for a podium. And Partridge just go, oh, that's so cool. Someone got wide. I didn't see who it was. I think it was. I can't remember who it was. I think it must have been I thought it might have been. I didn't really see, to be honest, but I did see someone go a bit wide in the gravel a little bit. But here he goes. Owen goes around the inside and he gets P3, but he goes a bit wide again. Joe is going to see if he can go around the inside of Owen. Straight line speed there from the Haas driver. It's going to be a close one. Owen defends to the outside. He's going to try and look again around the Parabolica curve. This is insane battling so far, this race there. Keeping it clean, keeping it together. Final, next chance. Owen is going to get DRS on this straight then. Yes, he does. He's going to take the inside line. Going into turn 1. Joe gets the outside. It's going to be a close one. But Owen just makes it stick and he keeps P3. But Joe is still hungry for it. He's got Ritson right behind as well. So let's look at positions gained. Because I keep forgetting to do Supercharge Wars every week. But no, let's not look at positions gained, as Joe and Owen are still fighting for position. They're keeping it clean, which is good to see. Going through turn 5 and 6. Oh, Joe's gone one bit. Oh, that was a bit of a slide from Joe. That's probably cost his run. I think Ritson's gained more time on him in that lap. Ritson is going to gain advantage, I think, from Joe. But Joe's going to take the inside of Owen, going into the Scari, and he gets it done. So, oh, Joe's gone wide again. Oh, Joe's bottled it. Joe's bottled it. Oh, no. Through a Scari, a common place to bottle it, and he's, oh, no. And he's got a bit of rear wing damage. Oh, that's cost him. That puts him down into P13. I've jinxed him right there, peeps. I've jinxed him. Not good. That's going to allow Ritson to get the speed that he needs, maybe. We've got Jay Carty as well, but Ritson is going to get the outside. Larkin out of nowhere. Gets the move done on Jay Carty out of nowhere. Wow, what a move from him. And Ritson gets past Owen then in turn 2. Larkin's on a roll right now. But Owen's going to try and challenge again into turn 3. Let's see if he can get a bit of contact. But looks like they're all right, I think, as Owen goes to the inside. Larkin, he's right on the back side of him. This is going to be close. 3 wide doesn't go. I just hope it doesn't end in tears. As all, he almost went into the gravel. Oh, and he's out. Oh no, that's ended in disaster for him. That's put Larkin in a prime spot here into P4 right now. As he's 5 tenths behind Ritson. And I think he's the biggest climber, I think. If I'm mistaken, let me check. Yes, he is. He is the biggest climber. He's having a stellar race right now. So he's got our Supercharger award for this week. Specialist up 8 positions as well. So he's having a good race as well. He could be on, and he's gained another position. Actually, no. Niels has just taken. I'm not going to jinx it much, but here comes Larkin on the inside of Ritson then, going into turn 1. Let's just see what happens here. Yeah, Larkin does it very well. He's 5.2 seconds behind Verstappen, so he's not going to catch up to the top two. But my oh my, the move that he did on Jay Carsey. He was down the order and then he just came to P3 all of a sudden. But this time, it did not end in a disaster for him. He's staying where he is, and hopefully he can keep it clean. And the Supers, don't forget, last to around about lap 11 here in Monza. So we'll have to wait and see who makes the blink first. So what other battles have we got so far in this race? Not many at the moment, but so many people in the DRS range of each other. What? Chapalili has already pitted, so he must have been the one that bottled it earlier. He's on the mediums, so I didn't see that. He's in P15, so the mediums are going to make it to the end. He is getting, I think, past. I think Victor almost gone past him. They're going side by side right now. Yeah, Victor goes past Chapalili then. Meanwhile, Rich is going to get challenged for the lead potentially at some point. Verstappen is gaining speed, but he's got the rev glitch. I really don't want to go on board with him. It's annoying for people that have the rev glitch, to be honest, but what can you do with this game? It is just under a month until the new game comes out. I have pre-ordered my PS4 copy already. I pre-ordered it yesterday. So I am super pumped for this game, the new game to come out. The Cam K is looking very strong as well on the Supers. He's 4 tenths behind Lorenzo. And Partridge has just spun into turn, almost turn 5, I think it was, in the Mercedes. That's allowing Niels to go past him. A bit of a slide from someone. So Partridge, he's got some making up to do on those Supers. Maybe his Supers are dying a lot more than we thought. I think for some people they've gone on the throttle a bit too earlier in that corner. When I was practicing earlier on, that's what I kept doing in the Super Softs. I kept on around about turn 6 and 7 and 5 and 6. I always go on the power on the throttle too early, but you can't do that because otherwise it's gonna lose too much life on those Super Soft tyres. I think that's what he's doing as Rich and Verstappen are having a battle for the lead as Conquest has left. Verstappen goes past Rich. Very nicely done from him. And Rich's tyres, Verstappen is starting to pull away a little bit from Rich, which is good as Jay Carty right on the back of a bad turn now going through turn 4 and 5. Let's see what he can do here as we go through. It is not that long of a race, to be honest, so they really got to get it together. And this could be a potential to have some. We've already seen some dire consequences already in this race, but we've seen some good positives so far. Still on the back of him, but he's not quite close enough. But look at Rich and Verstappen, who's going to go side by side, going for the parabolica. Rich goes around the outside or the end. I can't remember which way it was, but I'm looking at a different camera angle. But there we go. Rich gets it done once again. He's in the lead. Verstappen is in the pit lane. So Verstappen goes in to, I think Verstappen is going on to a set of the mediums. Let's just follow him into the pits, actually. Yeah, he is going. Oh, is he going medium? Yes, he is going on to the set of the medium tyres, because if it was a soft, that will be far too early, because the soft can only last about 14 to 16 laps. So there we go. Verstappen comes out in 11th, then on track. Ritson then right behind Larkin, as all the top 7 are still on the Supers. Aero Specialist doing quite well on the soft tyres, managing his gap quite well. If it looks like Aero is doing soft to Supers, or yeah, he is doing soft to Supers, I think. And that could work out quite well, because the Supers could gain a second lap. And that is very crucial at this stage. So he could be in a good prime position to get his first point of the season. I'm not going to jinx him though. So I'm just going to see, is Rich going to dive into the pits? I won't be that surprised if he dives it into the pits now, or will he go for one more lap? Nope, he dives it into the pits now. So as he slows quite efficiently enough, as let's go back on board with Verstappen. There we go. Verstappen is going past Parabolica now. He's got RZDB in front of him as well. Well, behind him. So Verstappen is in 11th. What about Rich? Is he going to come out in front of Verstappen? Let's see. Ooh. Only just by 1.7 seconds. So that was a very good pit stop from Rich. But his tyres are going to be a lot cooler than Verstappen's. Ritson has got a 3-second time penalty. So I probably will start making notes of time penalties in a second, but Rich, amazing strategy for him, as his tyres are going to last a lot longer than Verstappen's because they're a lap newer, so that's going to help him. But Verstappen's gained some more time on that lap due to those much warmer tyres than Rich. So this could be another move in these next couple of corners. We'll just have to wait and see. This has been a very intense race so far for these guys, and they, to be honest, they really want to do well, as Verstappen is very close towards Ascari right now. We've still got Larkin, Ritson, Lorenzo and Camke still yet to pit. Ritson goes into the pits then. He kind of had to due to his penalty. Verstappen's going to dive around the outside of Rich. No, not at this stage. Thought he was going to do it then, but he stays where he is for now. Verstappen is going to get DRS on him, so Rich has lost DRS. Verstappen on the outside line, Rich on the inside. Who is going to take advantage going into turn 1? Let's see. Verstappen, very good move from him. Very controlled exit into turn 1 and 2. He is in the net lead of this Grand Prix. RZDB in 7th, 1.1 seconds, but still yet to pit. Aero Specialist, his first penalty of the race. That might come back to bite him towards the end of the race. We'll have to wait and see. But Specialist could make his soft tyres go for another 4 to 5 laps. On lap 11 of 27 then, who has been your standout driver so far in this race? Please let us know in the comment section down below. It'll be interesting to know your opinions, and my controller almost just died on me, so that would have been a disaster, not gonna lie. But Larkin, he dives into the pits as well. Lorenzo stays out. So Specialist goes ahead of Larkin. No! Larkin got holed up in the pit lane. Or did he not? That was a weird glitch, but there we go. So Niels goes ahead of him, still yet to pit. Now, medium, I wonder what strategy Niels is looking for by going for the mediums, because mediums has the less grip, but I wonder if he could pull the gap that he needs to, can he get into a good points position? We'll have to wait and see. But meanwhile, there's still battle for 9th pretty much brewing, as we've got the Force India fighting with Carmez right now. Actually, no, Carmez is fighting with Ritson, my bad. But anyway, he's on older tyres, so he's going to have Roberto under pressure with him soon. As old Chapalili's left. Chapalili has left the session, so he has had a horrible race so far. I've jinxed so many people tonight. I am so sorry. I am known for jinxing, and we've got a yellow flag. What is that yellow flag? Oh, it's Carmez. He's into the gravel. He's got the car together, thank goodness, and luckily he wasn't in the way of other cars. He's got Partridge right behind him now. That's not going to do his soft tyres any good, though. That puts Ritson into P8 on track. Larkin 1 second behind Rich, so he could definitely come into play. Larkin is on the soft tyres. Probably a lap earlier than I thought that they were going to go to. But actually, no. It is called it just right. I'm looking at a different tyre strategy. My bad. It is at the right time. So the softs are going to make it to the end. We've got yet another yellow flag in set 3. It's probably Carmez again. Into turn 14. Yep. Not turn 14. Turn 1. Yep. It is so. And oh, that might get challenged. Carmez got a 10-second time penalty. As he's trying to gain some time now. So he's in last place of the finishers. So, and he's retired. What could have been for Carmez, really? So far, we lost 5 people from this race. Meanwhile, the other Force India is absolutely flying on track right now. But so is Verstappen as well. So this could be a feisty podium. As Larkin's 2 tenths behind Rich on those soft tyres. Going for a Ascari now. If it was a pit strategy battle, it would probably be that Larkin would probably have a little bit more of a chance to get the move done. Let's see as, yes he does, he gets it on the inside and he gets into P5. Great move from him. Oh no, Victor is out this race. I don't know what happened there. That pushed his Joe up a place into P13. So, we've lost so many people so far this race. Which is quite unusual as Lorenzo and Specialist dive it into the pit lane. I think everybody is pitted apart from RZDB. Yeah, we got a virtual safety car. So I think the collision that Victor caused, I think has caused that. So they need to go to a delta by a certain amount, I think. The costs, I don't know. I've been in a safety car position. I don't think I've never been in a virtual safety car position. So, yeah. I've never been out of position in my life. But anyway, Larkin in P3, great position. No overtaking is required at this stage, because otherwise there will be time penalties given for that, as Jay Carty's about 4 tenths behind. Now, because they're closing up in the virtual safety car, this could be a very good restart. And for ones that still need to pit, that could work out very well. But it depends when the virtual safety car does come to an end as well. It comes to an end now. So we could see a lot of moves here going into turn Parabolica then. Ritson on the back of RZDV. RZDV's on 14 lap used mediums. Ritson dives it past RZDV into turn 1 around the inside. And up into 5th. 3.1 seconds behind Rich. If he manages his soft pace very well, then I'm sure he could close up to Rich towards the end. I'm almost certain that he could do that. We'll just have to wait and see. As Roberto just makes his way past, and Camke's got a penalty. Roberto makes his way past Elite. Roberto still on the back of Jay Carty then, going through the long straight here, the long DRS straight. Each of these 3 cars are going to have benefit of DRS, so Jay Carty is going to go for a Sky. Then what is he going to do now to cover off him? We don't know, not quite yet anyway, as let's see if Huberto's going to get it to Fosi, anything to cheer about. Very good line done from Huberto then. He's on the outside. And he makes his way past Jay Carty. Good straight line speed from them. Huberto up into 7th place. I think 7th place on track. It is a net P5, I think. I don't know. Yeah, it's a net P5. As Huberto dived in around the inside. Let's see what we could do here. Huberto gets past RZDV as well. But RZDV still yet to pit, so it is expected. But Huberto now still 5th on the net 5th, but He's hoping. He's hoping for Ritson to make a mistake now. Oh, RZDV. Oh, I thought there was a bit of contact, but no, there wasn't. It was RZDV's lost position to Jay Carter due to his tyre life. I won't be surprised if Lorenzo gets the move done as well. And Chapalili can't even get back to his car. So, at the moment, guys, Chapalili is out and not going to get any point in this race, which is going to cost him. As Aero Specialist goes on the inside of Lorenzo to cover it up. Lorenzo covers up quite nicely on the straight. He could go around the inside. Ooh. Gotta be close from Aero Specialist then. But watch this. We've got turn one. Larkin and Verstappen. Larkin makes his way past. Larkin's in the lead of this race. Amazing stuff. But wait till the end. The softs will start to die earlier than the mediums. This could be an interesting finale if it stays like this. Verstappen versus Larkin. This could be an interesting finale. Ritson's already closing up to Rich like I thought he would. 1.1 seconds separated between these two now. It's gonna be ever so tight here going into this straight. Let us know in the chat who has been your driver of the day so far this race. Who has stood out for you? Yep, he's 7 tenths now. But looks like I think Larkin gets past Niels. Yes, he does. But I think the battle we're interested in now is between Ritson and Rich. We'll keep an eye on Verstappen versus Larkin pretty soon as well. Verstappen really needs to get past Niels if he wants to challenge Larkin for the win. Larkin just showing how he's good around here. He's just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. RZDV getting a time penalty. Ritson almost had a look on Rich going to turn one. He's right on the back of him though. Let's just see how this goes into this long back straight then of turn 3 and 4. Ritson's gonna try and look around the inside. Oh, that was almost a good move, but Rich covers it off quite nicely. Some good defending from him actually. As Ritson on those soft tyres, doing quite well. He's doing quite well to get the balance. Going through that exit. Doesn't go on the throttle too early. He gets on the throttle just right here. Going into 8th gear then. He's getting the DRS. Rich is going to have disadvantage of no DRS. He's going to get no slipstream either. That will allow Ritson to close in even more at this stage. I know a few of you may want to know about time penalties, but I will tell you in a minute as Huberto's just got a time penalty. I do believe Jay Carty might have a time penalty as well, but I'm not entirely sure. Verstappen setting the fast lap of the Grand Prix. He's now 7 tenths behind Larkin. Ritson is round the outside of Rich then, going into turn number 1, and he does it with passion here. And he's on those soft tyres. Jay Carty makes way. Oh! Jay Carty. Oh, that was a late lunge. I always miss out late things at the moment, but there we go. But there we go. That's Jay Carty up down into 7th. Huberto in 6th. Rich is dropping places on the mediums because obviously Ritson is on the softs. Larkin, 1.1 seconds. Larkin hasn't won at all has won at all this season. I don't think he's won at all last season either. So I'm not going to jinx him too much. That's why I'm not going to say anything more. Because Larkin is managing to pull the gap away from Verstappen very well at the moment. 1.3 seconds. And Specialist could be on for his first point, but he really needs to handle the pressure between Lorenzo and Jay Carty then. Going through to the Parabolica as Neil, the last person to go into the pits, managing to go on those tyres for 19 laps already. Aero Specialist is going to dive it in around the outside potentially. Lorenzo covers to the inside. Specialist stays in 8th now. He doesn't want to take any chances. He doesn't want to take any gambles away or anything. And Partridge, he's got a time penalty as well. Niels is on the softs then. So he's going to make 9 laps on the softs as Lorenzo is under threat. He's going to be on attacking and aggressive mode from this point on. But the advantage he's going to have is he's on the softest compound compared to his rivals. Our Specialist is going to do all he can. He's got DRS. They've all got DRS actually going into the Ascari. I almost missed out the name there, but there we go. Roberto's still managing to hold the train, which is good. It's a 5-car train. Oh my lord. Partridge might join the back as well. I think Specialist is the closest to anyone go for the Parabolica. I think what Specialist is looking for is to see if any of the other guys is making a mistake. Looks like no one else is going to make a mistake. What can Specialist do now into turn 1? Lorenzo is on softs, so he's going to have advantage. Oh, Specialist got a corner cut there, warning. It might have been actually contact. I don't think it was a corner cut. That's Uberto. Oh, Lorenzo makes his way past Uberto. What a send from him. Great stuff from Lorenzo. Lorenzo as well on the back of Jay Carty now. Now, looking at the standings for Lorenzo, Lorenzo's in 17th. His best finish is P10 in Austria. If he gets his... I don't know what the penalty situation is, but he could be on for his best finish in ILR in a while, which will be a very good result for him. I think quite a lot of people will be on for their best finishes in a while, actually, which will be great stuff. We like to have good stories in ILR where they've pushed themselves to their absolute limit. They've given it their absolute best. Neil's getting a 3-second time penalty. I'm not going to look at the penalties yet because we've still got a 5-way battle. Wow. This is insane right now. Looks like Lorenzo's going to make a move on Jay Carty here into turn 1 around the inside. Can he do it? Roberto's looking for any of the guys to make a mistake, but it looks for him to capitalise. Oh, that's close. Oh. I thought that was going to be 3 or 4 wide, but thank goodness that wasn't 3 or 4 wide. Let's see what happens with Lorenzo then. Lorenzo, round turn 4. Couldn't quite do it. Specialist lost another position to Roberto. He's going to make another challenge for P7 then on Dozorf. He's weaving a little bit. You need to get as much grip as you can on those medium tyres in order to maximise your chances. Who do you think is going to come out on top of this battle? I'm not going to make any predictions because otherwise I'm going to end up jinxing people's races, and that is not going to happen here. As for Roberto, oh, they're going side by side here. Lorenzo's going to go to the outside. Roberto gets the inside. Roberto, I think, has got the position back, but look at this. Look at Lorenzo, he's hungry for it. Lorenzo can't make a mistake here going into turn 1, he just can't. Jay Carty is having a little bit of a slow run. So, I think what Lorenzo's doing is backing off. And he's got some traffic up ahead of him of the AI of Chapalili as well. So, Roberto gets past, Specialist gets past Roberto then. And Lorenzo has dropped a position into P6. Jay Carty is up to 5th again. This is absolutely intense between these guys. It's great to watch this battle unfold. Lorenzo is flying. He's 3 tenths behind Jay Carty. Could he possibly get the move here? Let's see as we go towards Ascari now. He gets past the ghost of Shapalili, who's been lapped, unfortunately, but let's see, going towards the straight end. Lorenzo is going to see if he can make the lunge. He's just backs out of it at the moment. He wants to get a little bit too cautious, but we'll have to wait and see. Final straight, the start finish straight then. Specialist is 1 tenth behind Umberto then. He could challenge for a move as well. But let's watch the battle for P5. Jay Carty just holds on. Oh no, there's contact. Oh no, I jinxed it. I absolutely jinxed it. Lorenzo was on for his best finish and he's bottled it. And he's got a 5-second stop go. Oh, it's my 3rd jinx of the race. Oh, my 4th jinx. I wonder if I can hold the record of jinxing so many people this race. Nuberto's got a time penalty then. So the battle is pretty much over unless Cam K can challenge Partridge. Now Partridge could be back in the points. Partridge, I think, for him this race has all been about damage limitation. He is trying to stay out of trouble, and that is what he's trying to do. Going for Ascari. We've seen quite a few people bin it in Ascari tonight, to be honest. And props to people that have been making. Ritson's been on those softs for 14 laps. That is going to be touch and go, but I managed to get it. I managed to get through 17 laps on that soft compound, so it is doable. Partridge in the pits then. Why is he going to the pits? He's in a points position. Maybe he got too many penalties, maybe. So he's going on to, I guess, he's fitting onto those super soft compound tyres as Roberto is out of the session. What has happened to Roberto? Oh no, he was having a good battle. Oh no, he's bottled in the final corner. He's lost his front wing as well. If it was a few laps before, that would have costed a safety car. Now the Tifosi are not going to be happy with that whatsoever, as both Ferraris are out of this race. We do have both Saubers still in this race though, which is good. Meanwhile, let's just check the status of penalties right now. I do believe Larkin has a few. No, he doesn't. He has 1 warning. He only has 1 warning. Verstappen, he's on 2. So they're pretty much even Stevens with penalties. Ritson's got 1 penalty. Rich, clean slate. So Rich, where is he now on track? Rich is 7 seconds behind Ritson. So Ritson is a little bit too close for comfort, really. Larkin could be on course to score his first win in ILR. That'll be amazing scenes, amazing stories. But I'm not going to say anything more because I'm going to jinx it otherwise. Oh no, I've jinxed another one. Specialist has bottled it in. Oh no, he has bottled into someone. He's down into 7th place. He was on for a first points finish as well. Let's look on penalties for Specialist. Nils is catching on those set of the supers. So look at Specialist tyres. He's got 2 penalties. Yeah, he's going to catch up to him. But you never know, because there's other people that have got penalties. So I'm not going to say anything more about any situation, because otherwise I'm going to keep jinxing. We've got Lenny in the chat as well, who is loving this. Partridge getting a 3-second time penalty. He's down in 12th, but he could be on course to get in the final lap of this race. The only battle I think we've got is between the 2 Saubers. not much other battles happening at the moment as we're on the final lap of this Grand Prix. This has been a very good race, particularly towards the end. So I will keep a close eye on these two battling. This will be great stuff, as I don't think it's going to change the positions, I don't think. Oh no, Specialist Larkin could be running out of fuel, but I think he's going to be alright. We'll have to wait and see. He is flashing on my screen. I don't think we have any other battles going on, so let's just follow Larkin for the last few corners. He has drove superb. That move earlier on in the turn one out of nowhere was sensational, and the pit stop helped as well. Going through the parabolica. He knows what this means to him. He's been trying for so long, and this is going to be the race where he finally tastes the champagne and the glory. He wins the Italian Grand Prix. Fantastic for the Williams driver. He's going to be so happy with this result. I do believe it's his first win in ILR for some time, or ever. Verstappen gets P2. That will put Verstappen closing up to Chapalili in the championship. Ritson stays P3. Rich P4. Jay Carty comes across the line in P5. Cam K and Aero having a little bit of a battle. Aero could get his first point. Let's see where RZDB crosses the line. 9th. Yes, he does. Specialist gets his first points in ILR with a P8. Fantastic. I was holding my breath for a little bit there due to that ball he had a few laps to go. But he has done it. His first point. Oh my God. The stats were going crazy. But Aero Specialist, P8. His first point. He's on 3 points as well. So, well deserved for him. And we got Larkin on the top as well. So, some really good stories to share here in ILR5 this evening. We got a new winner and a new point scorer. But Ritson, Chapalili, what could it be for Chapalili? I mean, I didn't see what happened with Chapalili at the first few laps, but I'll if Chapalili posts his POV, I'll have a look at that, see what happens. But Larkin, with no penalties whatsoever, absolutely clean race from him, from 14th on the grid. Wow. I think, to be honest, he gets my driver of the day because he made it look effortless. Wow. That reminds me of Jensen Button in Hungary, from 14th to win the race. Insane. So he gets my driver of the day vote for today. Let me know your driver of the day. We've got Verstappen in P2. Another person not to get a penalty. We've got Ritson in P3. Rich in 4th. Jay Carty 5th. Cam K 6th. Niels 7th. Specialist 8th. RZDB 9th. And Lorenzo rounding up your top 10. And we've got around, I think we've got 7 non-finishers tonight. But every week, ILR5 does not disappoint. But to be honest, the superstar of that race has got to go to Larkin. He's done awesome. So well done to Larkin. Well done to Specialist for getting his first points. What could have been for some of these drivers, but they have a chance to turn it around next week. For some people, it is game over for them in the championship, so they're going to have to use those last 3 races to have 3 or 4 races to have some fun. But the ones that are still in this title hunt, it is all to play for here. I've been Jess Games 95. Thank you so much for watching ILR5. We'll be back with you tomorrow for ILR Xbox, for ILRs 1, 2, 3 and 4 on Twitch and YouTube. If you want to find out which tiers are where, it will be posted on Twitter around about 12 PM, 1 PM UK time. So keep an eye on the ILR Twitter page for more information. And we've got on Sunday the top tiers of PS4, ILRs 1, 2 and 3, and Americas as well. So you're going to have some more Italian action anyway, and it's been amazing, and I've really enjoyed myself. And I hope you guys enjoyed yourself as well. So, well done to everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Just Games 95. And for ILR5, we will see you next week for, I believe it's a Japanese Grand Prix. I think it is a Japanese Grand Prix next week. Very tricky, in particularly the S section and Spoon as well. So if they mess it up in the S section, it might cost them. But we will find out next week. So see you next week for Japan. But until then, have a good evening, everybody. And good night.